Search for Hurt, brought to you by Rucksack. Move with meaning.
So we've dropped in at iPerform Lab today to get the results from the guys' recent testing. Azza was with us at Hurt Camp. I kind of got this idea when we were watching him go through the process that I should have the athletes actually come and do a full test prior to starting the season. And mainly because last year we did have a couple of injuries with our season 4 athletes. So if we can isolate some imbalances or some things that they need to work on, hopefully that gets them through the season.
All right, so first up, we'll go through Liam. So if we look at his summary page, one of his key focuses was to improve his ankle range. Single leg power wasn't great and his double leg power wasn't great, but he was quite reactive. Everything was relatively competent, but the main things he lacked was the power. So, being able to produce high force quickly, rapidly. So looking at his, I guess if you look at this quadrant that looks at his strength and his power, he had relatively high strength, low power. His jump, again, relatively low and slow. Hips were relatively strong, relatively balanced, which is good. The fact that he's got really good calf strength and he's got good reactivity is a big positive in terms of, ankle, calf, foot kind of.
It's good for us because it's
great for you guys. Great for you guys. The lack of power may contribute to maybe some efficiency parts of his running potentially, but the fact that he's good on and off the ground is a positive thing from an injury perspective. All right, Cuffe. So looking at his summary page, lacked a little bit of ankle hip range, lower body strength relatively poor, power relatively poor, but good ankle stiffness and reactivity. But yeah, in terms of his functional mobility, that was really poor in just about every movement.
Is that a massive red flag for you, being that a lot of the stuff that they do is on their feet?
It wouldn't be a massive flag from a running perspective. I think it would be more of a flag for some of those obstacle events. Let's just say I hope he's having his fish oils.
Hopefully by being in this season and seeing what the events that he's got coming up and getting that result, it's going to get him working on mobility and popping 100 fish oil tablets.
Yeah, his left calf was pretty weak, man, like 27% weaker than his right. He definitely has some work to do there. So Jess, let's have a look at a summary page. Yeah, she was a beast, man. She functional mobility, ankle mobility, thoracic mobility, everything was just sound. You could see the CrossFit in her. I couldn't fault it. Jump height wasn't great, and the way she displayed power wasn't great either. So she was definitely more force orientated rather than rate of force orientated. So she could produce high amounts of force, but not necessarily quickly.
Just do it in her own time.
Yeah, just do it in her own time. Her brakes though, really good. So her ability to absorb force, catch herself, is very good. And that's pretty common in your CrossFit athletes. Abduction, similar to Cuffe, needed some work. Her squeeze was a lot stronger than her abduction. Hamstring strength, pretty good. Calf strength was an issue though. So that was pretty low, but the left was even lower. So the left was 20% lower than the right, but the right didn't meet the benchmark either.
Oh, wow.
Calypso is the most competitive beast that I've ever seen. So I think while the other guys were kind of just looking at it as they're testing, because that's what they're doing.
She's trying to win. Yeah.
She was more interested in what everybody else did, mostly just so she could win it.
Looking at her testing, she definitely has those hybrid athlete endurance qualities for sure. The power stuff, not great, but everything else was pretty good. Ankle, thoracic mobility. She kind of sat in the middle of everything.
Look at it, she's almost dead center.
She's dead center, so even though she's not producing high amounts of power, the power she is producing, she's doing it efficiently. Hip strength is pretty good, a little bit of a hamstring strength, pretty good, calf strength, great. So she was around 1.8 to 2 times bodyweight equivalent on either calf, so she was probably relatively and absolutely the strongest out of the whole group. And the work-ons I gave her were basically, that was just because I needed to fill up those boxes. So I needed to give her something there. So
I want to give you something to do.
yeah, she'll
appreciate that. Obviously, the guys have got copies of the reports and your recommendations for them to work on or not work on, depending on what they choose to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Cuffe and probably Jess.
Work on the calves. Yeah.
But thanks, man.
No worries.
It's been a pleasure.
No worries at all.
And we'll see how they get through the season.
Sweet. Let's go.
For the first time in Search4Hurt history, the team steps into uncharted territory. The Australian Fitness Expo, the fitness industry's premier annual event, held at Sydney's iconic Darling Harbour. Inside the biggest names, the toughest challenges and events, and our team are going to experience some firsthand.
The rubbish in the bin.
He's got me through so many props.
Equally in the bin.
Really? What's wrong
Belt
with
must
this?
be leather only. No padding, no vinyl, 1 lever or 1 buckle.
Pretty much everything we brought to the judges to get verified, like our knee sleeves, our belts, our socks, were all not allowed. So, but luckily there's some very nice powerlifters at this competition who are letting us borrow their belts. So, yeah.
With gear checks done and the team just barely passing, it's time to submit their lift attempts and get warmed up and ready to go.
All right, Search4Hurt guys. Eyes on Dave.
Feeling pretty good about today. Nervous about this one.
We are way not trained for this stuff, so
I'm feeling unprepared.
awesome.
Yeah, I think that sums it up.
All right, I want eyes on me. Hello, my name is Matthew. For those of you that don't know me, I'll be running your platform today. Does anyone need to run through the rules, or we're all happy? Happy? Beautiful. We've got 3 minutes.
With the rules established and Liam pumped and ready, it's time to get this powerlifting comp underway.
Knees lock hips, waiting for that call. When you're ready, down and then up, good, and hold. Down on your heels and up through your heels. There we go, hold.
Next lifted, Jess, 100 kilos, rack height 10.
Here we go, good, hold.
With the team hitting all their first lifts successfully, it's time to add some weight for attempt number 2.
Next up, Jess, Woodland, 120 kilos, rack height 10. Bar is loaded for Calypso. And the bar is loaded for... No lift, unfortunately, for back and depth there.
With the squats done, it was Jess showing her strength and hitting 120 kilograms. Cuffe failed the last lift to match Liam at 100 kilograms, and Calypso managed 80 kilos. Now it's time for the second discipline of powerlifting, the bench press. Liam managed to pip Jess on the bench, but only just. And he's put a buffer between himself and Cuffe before the deadlift. Calypso, well, she's just killing time, waiting for the DEKA event.
What do the judges think on that one? Unfortunately, that one doesn't count. He lost his balance. If you move your feet, it won't count.
Again, it was Jess showing the boys up on the weightlifting platform with the deadlift, and as a result, wins the first event total with an impressive 345 kilograms total. Next event, DEKA Strong Ruck, where Calypso will be keen to put on the rucksack and lean into her skills to try and level the scoreboard.
I found out every rule that you weren't allowed to do. I moved my head on the bench, so no rep. I didn't squat deep enough, and my leg wobbled when I deadlift, so I got no reps on every beat.
All of them did better than I thought they'd do, given that they were completely inexperienced.
Mate, the powerlifting, very, very humbling, that's for sure. But it was good, it was a lot of fun. Something that I've never done before, so they were very good at helping us throughout the list and giving good instructions of what needs to be done and how to do it right.
But Jess, she's strong. Yeah, she could be very, very good.
The powerlifting went surprisingly better than expected. I managed to pull something from somewhere and my spine is still intact, so it's a good day. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. It was fun, met some different people, met some really helpful people because we were a little bit, fish out of water. But yeah, it was good.
But yeah, she was a standout by far.
Well, I was the only woman in the 84 kilogram weight class. I'm beefy, so I won. Pretty, stoked about that. Won my first powerlifting comp. What's next?
The second event for day one of the Fitness Expo is DEKA Strong, but the Ruck edition. This means the athletes will take on the normal DEKA Strong event, but with a rucksack on their backs. The girls with 9 kilograms and the guys 13.
My name's Rob Camilleri. I'm one of the directors of Spartan Australia, New Zealand, Fiji. So DEKA, in its simplest form, is a decathlon, and it's a fitness test. So it's 10 stations and it's timed, and then that time is ranked globally in your gender, your country, your age group. So you can actually benchmark yourself and then come back and try to beat it, right? So you can progress.
Athletes, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! A new world record time. Search4Hurt athletes, are you ready? Again, these athletes have just been doing so much fitness this weekend from the Search4Hurt team. Michael. All right, this man's not shy of the podium with a time of 14:42. Another one from the Search4Hurt team, Liam Manning. And now the rightful owner of an Aussie record, Liam owns the Aussie record for the DEKA Ruck Strong for 14:42. Our second fastest Aussie record for a DEKA Ruck Strong, 16:25. Jess Spondlin. Search4Hurt, killing it up here at Bonings at the DEKA. All right. And in first place with a new world record time, 13:06. She's no stranger to a DEKA podium. She holds the second fastest time for DEKA Fit. She's our Aussie record holder for deadlift females, 11 minutes flat with Monique as well. She's our DEKA Fit Aussie record holder. It's the one and only Search4Hurt athlete, Calypso Sheridan.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure. Then at the end we checked 43-second world record, so pretty keen on that. So dinner's on me with my $1,000 prize money. Yeah. I guess I've never done like a workout with a rock on. I've only done like walking or like running with a rock, and this was actually kind of a whole new ball game. It made the ones we had to get off the ground, like the box step overs, especially hard. Yeah.
So we've got a promo here in Australia that when you break a world record, we pay you in cash. She's going to go for the cash. There you go. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Just had the Search4Hurt athletes go down and do a DEKA Ruck. It's the first time we've had any elite athletes take it on, and it's been absolutely amazing. We've had Calypso break the world record, so she got some $1,000 worth of cash. But Liam Bennett set a Aussie record, so it's just been absolutely epic.
After a rough start to the day, Calypso bounced back in a big way and takes the point over Jess and the boys. Time to grab a Posca, recover, and get ready to do it all over again, with 3 events scheduled for tomorrow.
How did I feel after that? Pretty dead. I got to the burpees and I was like almost done, home stretch. And then I realized I had a way to go. Like those burpees with the rock hitting me in the head every rep was so hard. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really sure. Then at the end we checked 43-second world record, so pretty keen on that. So dinner's on me with my $1,000 prize money.